Hello, all you wonderful people out there. This is Jedi Grand Vale coming at you live and in living color. And just want to say, hey, happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, because it is Thanksgiving. No, you know it's Easter. Happy Easter to all of you. Hopefully you having having fun with your friends and family, and appreciating what this day actually means. If you're not a believer, so be it. But I say, if you are, embrace that, because you need to do that. But aside that, you're pretty much watching this video and you're pretty much seeing what it's called. So let's just pretty much say what I need to say about this film. This film was, and I should, before I go any further, there will be some strong language. And I feel it needs to be expressed because that's how I'm going to express this. But aside from that, this movie was fucking awesome, dude. I mean, oh my God. If you ever want to do a good film remake of it, this is how you do it, Of course, we're talking about Godzilla versus Megalon. Of course, that's not what I'm talking about. No, we're talking about Godzilla versus Kong. That's the movie we're talking about, and that's the movie that pretty much is the rave right now. And let's face it, man, it is just an incredible ride. I mean, there's certain nitpicks to nitpick at this film, but it is little compared to what the film in all is all about. So let me get a particular elephant out of the room right now. I need to get that out of the way so I can before I go any further. And also, it might be a couple of spoilers in this, so just bear with me. But anyway, Bobby Brown's character, I cannot stand her character at all. I'm sorry, I just can't. I mean, when I first saw her in King of the Monsters, for some reason, I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's going to be, mediocre. I mean, it's just going to be temporary. It's not going to be so annoying as I think it's going to be. Her character to me was super annoying. Very annoying. I'm just going to, and like I say again, that's my opinion. That's how I felt about it. Don't go around saying, you can't get into the role or anything. You can't get into the character. Stop doing that. Accept the person's opinion about something, how they feel about something, and leave it alone. Go from there. Okay, got that out the way. That's done. We're done with that. Okay, aside from that character, this movie was amazing, dude. Just amazing. I mean, quite a few surprises, quite a few, things that I expect to see, but a few callbacks in this film also. I mean, it was definitely callbacks to early kaiju films, but also it was obviously taking some homages to some films that were you wouldn't believe, I mean, me being as a film goer, me being as a film lover, there are certain homages in this film that I'm pretty sure if a person who doesn't like film like I do, they would never catch it. And I'll probably point them out for you. So we're just going to go from there. The film in general, in a whole, very good. I enjoyed it. 2 thumbs up for that. Just that. Okay. Human characters, interaction, not like King of the Monsters. King of the Monsters still got its good points, but the humans, I'll just say that they just drag. Well, I ain't gonna say drag. They just I put it like this: when you go to give a good example, when you go to, say, the circus and you expect to see, clowns, elephants, and sorting of things going on, that's what you expect to see. Not a bunch of bitching and moaning and all this other stuff from somebody complaining what's not. I mean, that's not what you come to see. We come to see monsters fighting And King of the Monsters, you get some of that, but it's like it goes back and forth to where it's like you just don't get enough of what you're supposed to be seeing, which is the kaiju fights. And that's what I want to see, more kaiju fights. And it's like it's too much human interaction. But here, the title of the movie is Godzilla versus Kong. That's what we get to see. We get to see Godzilla and Kong battle it out and beat the shit out of each other. And they literally do, well, I ain't gonna say literally. I mean, if they did shit on themselves, who knows? I don't know. But they beat the living shit out of one another. And that's what we wanted to see. We wanted to see that. Okay. Now, as I was saying, the monster action, man, dude. I mean, if you think back to the original King Kong versus Godzilla, you realize, yeah, I mean, they have a fight, they do these things, but it's, you know, it takes a while until they actually start fighting. Here, it actually happens like not even midway the film, you know, where they battle. You know, they start to battle. And, of course, you know, Godzilla gets the upper hand because he can do things that Kong can't. So we have to accept that. You know, that's a thing. But other than that, you know, when they battle again, it is like, oh man, it's so beautiful. You know what I mean? And the funny thing is, the battle in Hong Kong is kind of a, as I say, kind of reminiscent of the battle that happens in the Pacific Rim. I'm pretty sure people remember that. And you see how with the lights on and everything, the neon, and how it lights up the kaiju and the jagger. No, lights up the kaiju and the jagger. Why I keep saying jagger, the jagger, and lights them up, and it's very beautifully lit. Same with here, lights up Kong, lights up Godzilla. And they're able to battle, and it's not oversaturated. It's very well done, and I love that. Now, and I should point out the Hollow Earth sequence, very beautiful, extremely beautiful. I mean, it's kind of reminiscent of basically Pandora from Avatar, a film that is kind of overrated. I think James Cameron is, you know, yeah. Anyway, and let me not even say that, because I'm pretty sure there's some fans out there who get offended by that. So, but aside from that, it is a very well crafted film, and I'm just going to go into the discussing this film. I'm just going to point out the homages, or better yet, the scenes that really stand out to me the most in this film. And I'm pretty sure that some of you see scenes that really, I could say, will be iconic later on down the line, because this film, it will be iconic in some way with shots in there. I mean, from King of the Monsters, what's the most iconic shot in that film? Godzilla holding his head up and shooting his breath up into the air. Very iconic. Can't really say what the other two. Yes, the other two. The first Godzilla, 2014, where he pretty much blasts the Muto with his breath down his throat, or her throat, and takes care of that creature, that kaiju right there. And for Kong in the basically him taking out the helicopters, I think those are iconic. Or no, better yet, the approach where the helicopters come up on him, and you know he's in the sunlight, you know, and he's lit up from behind. That's basically iconic. So, but in this film, there's several iconic shots I feel are going to be, you know, worth mentioning. But let me stick with the things that I feel are stand out as far as action and, you know, whatnot in this film. Okay, homage. I mean, you know, kind of homage, or better yet, something of Easter eggs. You know, I had mentioned before that I hope that there will be a scene where Kong kind of thrusts some kind of tree trunk or something down Godzilla's throat. He does that with his axe, the powered up axe. That's kind of iconic from King Kong versus Godzilla. That's in there. Also, trying to remember. I've only seen it twice, but kind of reference. Yeah, the fact that Kong goes to Antarctica, go to somewhere cold. If you think about it, that's kind of a callback to King Kong escapes. You know, in that way. You know, I mean, he's going somewhere frozen, somewhere cold. That's where he goes to, and that's kind of a reference to that classic there. There are several others that I can point out. I'm trying to think. It's so many. You're trying to get your head together. And I didn't even need to write this down because I feel like just go at random and you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the pretty much the shots in where Mechagodzilla and Godzilla fight, the ever popular one shoots his beam, the other one shoots the beam, and they, stop right there. It's kind of midpoint. That is kind of reminiscent of the first original Godzilla versus Megalon. I mean, well, yeah, could be Godzilla Megalon if they would do a remake of what Megalon is. No, Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, in which they shoot their lasers at one another. Godzilla's breath, Mechagodzilla's lasers, and it stopped. But in this scene, though, Mechagodzilla gets the upper hand, and he pretty much, shoots Godzilla down. Taunts him down, knocks him down real quick. I mean, this, that's one thing I have to say. I wish the marketing team did not release the toy line of Mechagodzilla right away. I mean, marketing. I mean, you gotta love the geniuses who do the marketing for some peaches. No, for some pictures. Some films. It's just amazing how they do that. It's just like they don't take a cue from Marvel and take it from their universe to do, certain things, everything. But hey, that's their way of doing things, so be it. But let me get to the homages I feel needs to be brought out. Okay. Now, as far as homages, and I mentioned Marvel, I've noticed how they're using different old songs, kind of what Guardians of the or what James Gunn did for Guardians of the Galaxy did, and it actually fits. It actually works in this film. It's not heavy-handed. It's not overbearing, and it works really well for this. It works right there, and it's like I say, you enjoy it. It doesn't seem like, okay, that's that seems a little bit much, but no, it works here. It works here, and it does what it's supposed to do. So, but for another one, and I was going to say I'm going to go through homages and get those out of the way because I feel like they need to be brought up more than anything. There are certain homages in this film that people may not even realize, as I mentioned, that people might overlook. And the one that stands out the most, but I'll get to, like I say, it's actually a few of them that stand out the most, but I'm going to get to them. The first one being, it's after Godzilla, and big spoiler here, Godzilla becomes out the winner. No big surprise there, but Kong gave his own. Now he did do his thing. I will give him that, but he's put down and whatnot. Now, in that moment, he's actually so badly beaten that he has to get revived. He has to get some kind of defibrillator to pretty much recharge him up, and one of the heaves were used to do that, to like say restart his heart. Well, it's the scene where he has a dislocated shoulder, and when he like just against a building to kind of put it back in place, to me, and I don't know if anyone sees this too, but if you're a film fanatic like myself, that is reminiscent of Martin Riggs from the Lethal Weapon films. In other words, when Mel Gibson's character Martin Riggs pushes his dislocates his shoulders when he can get out of that straitjacket, he can act. The only way he can put it back is to just slam it back into a socket by hitting something hard. That's kind of something that reminiscent to me what he does here when Kong does that against the building. Is like it hurts, but it puts it back in place, because when you see him, it's like, you know, he's ready. It's in there. That to me was so much a reminiscent of a Lethal Weapon film, and I'm just like, oh my God, that's totally, you know, a fan film moment right there for me. You know, I mean, anybody else, they may not see it, but I saw it. You know, and that's how I interpret it. The other one that really stands out and it really just like is there in my face, and I love it. You know, this is when Godzilla is getting his ass handed to him by Mechagodzilla, and I'm like, for the size of this particular, you know, Mechagodzilla, you know, because he seems kind of smallish size-wise, but he's doing Godzilla a number on him. He's like I said, he's handing his ass to him. It is crazy how he's doing that. You know, it's just like, whoa, you know, just crazy, you know, moment and everything. But it's a scene that's straight out of something that I can say is kind of like something of a Sam Raimi moment. And when I say Sam Raimi, the director, he's known for doing something eccentric moves or camera moves or certain shots that he does in his films. The one that's kind of homage to me, in my opinion, and I don't know if it was by accident or by design, it's how Sam Raimi takes, and you've probably seen it better in Evil Dead 2, where Ash has his evil hand is possessed, and it is putting his head through the glass, through the cabinets, through glass and everything. Okay, there's a scene, and you see it from the office building, you know, across, and I'm thinking this is going to happen. You know, it's where Mechagodzilla's got Godzilla by the head, and he's bashing him through, you know, the buildings. One, you know, like what Sam Raimi does with, you know, Ash, you know, putting his head through glass, you know, and whatnot, you know, just bashing him one at a time, bashing him one at the next time. That's what it's kind of what he's doing here. You know, Mechagodzilla's taking Godzilla, you know, bashing him through one building, you know, taking him away, then bashing him through another one, you know, right then and there. And then for the crescendo, we're seeing this coming right at him. He throws it right to that office building that's facing towards him, and boom, you know, right through the right through the building. And I was just like, oh my God, that's so much. You know what? I'll say not just a Sam Raimi, but I'll say an Evil Dead moment, Evil Dead 2 moment. It is so much a great shot. I'm just like, this is incredible, you know. And just like I said, I don't want to take too much time, you know, but it's the fact that when you see this, you know, okay, Godzilla comes out victorious, you know, he wins the fight. You know, there's 3 rounds. He wins the first round, Kong wins the second, but then Godzilla wins the third and final round. And, you know, it's like, it's acceptable, you know. Like I say, I just really didn't want nobody to you know, die in a sense, but Kong's almost going to die, but he gets revived. But what I did not expect to see happen was Godzilla getting saved by Kong. You know, I mean, people might deny that actually happened, but no, Kong actually saves Godzilla. You know, I mean, you wouldn't think that would be the case, but it actually does. You know, he actually saves Godzilla, Kong does, from because Mecha Godzilla was about to kill him. He was about to do his signature move from what Godzilla did to that Muto, shoot that laser down his mouth, and that'd have been it. That'd have been a wrap. That didn't happen here. Kong was able to save him, distract him, and then when he gets his axe charge up by Godzilla, they tag team him, but Kong does the final blow, takes that axe when he gets charged up by Godzilla, and he just tears Mega Godzilla down, and after that it's like rips his head off, like, yeah, flawless victory right there. But man, dude, it's like I say, the film in itself is just a brilliance in what it is, but I have to say I'm pretty sure someone's heard that this film, the directors mentioned that there was like 5 hours of material, for this film. And I know that there's some certain characters that was supposed to be in this film, but are not in the film. But in all, I can say now, looking at it twice, I don't think it's necessary for it to be that long. It's 2 hours. It's nearly 2 hours long. It does the job, and I think it fulfills its need. But if the material that he has if there's ever a time he can add something on to it, and it runs maybe 2.5 hours, only if it's effective story wise, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind seeing that. But honestly, it's okay where it is, because one person said it too. It's okay where it's at. Now, my overall thought of this, and I think I'm nitpicking with this one. This is one of my nitpicks. I mentioned one. This is another one. To me, Godzilla, before the last two films, he was pretty much the protector, a savior, so-called. And we realize what it is. It's human beings. We dumb shit human beings are the ones who cause, in effect, why he's come doing what he does. But when he attacks Kong, especially at sea, to me, I'm sorry, Godzilla seems like an asshole. That's like an asshole move for him to be doing that. And I don't know why he does that. I mean, why would you attack him when he's not even... Kong in this movie, all he wants to do is just be at peace and say, leave me the fuck alone. We be chilling, dap, leave it alone. But it's like he's attacking him for no damn reason. I mean, it's like, yeah, I hear about there can't be two alpha males, but it's like, I mean, can one alpha male just realize, like, hey, this one doesn't want to be fucked with, just leave me alone, we can live in peace? No, I guess not. But that aside from that, the other thing I can nitpick about this, and this is something I've always noticed in films that show adults, it was just humans in general. The scene when the little girl is signing to the woman that's kind of adopted her and everything, and she's out there, she reaches up, puts her finger to Kong's, and the woman says, signs to the girl, it's like, he doesn't understand. He doesn't like, it's like, this is something I've always noticed in certain films. It's like, why is it time and time again, human beings think that certain animals that seem like they're lower class in intelligence to them don't understand shit? I'm thinking to myself, do you realize how intelligent some life forms really are? If you really stop and think about it, there's some life forms that are so intelligent, they might pretty much outthink and wit you in any way. And human beings, time and time again, I've seen it in movies, thinking that no amount of these creatures are smart enough to understand anything that we as human beings throw at them. And I'm just like, it's like, can y'all stop with that? And it works here, but it's just like that to me. But it's a so-called thing that I've seen. That's a trope that I've seen time and time again, where human beings think animals or children don't understand shit. At least adult-wise, don't understand shit. When I say adults, don't think children or animals don't understand things, but it's like that's the thing, and that's always to be the thing that you'll see in these movies. But that's okay. All in all, this movie kicked butt, kicked royally ass, and I love it, man. I love this film, man. I mean, this to me, in this MonsterVerse series, Godzilla was good, you know. I felt Kong Skull Island was better. King of the Monsters it gave you a lot, but it seemed like it was forced, in my opinion. This probably the best MonsterVerse film out of all of them. And it really, really is. And the funny thing is, it's the shortest one of them all. And it does its job well. And I love it for that. I'm just loving that it makes its point. It does what it's supposed to do. And it's like, bam, we're done. We got it. It's like, yes. The film shows two rival alpha males battling it out, duking it out. And it's like, there it is. It's done. It's done. It's over with. No more, no less. And as I say again, if there ever was a longer cut of this film later on in life, kind of like Snyder cut, hopefully it works. If it doesn't, I would say don't leave it as it is. It's okay. It is what it is, and it's good enough just what it is. And I like it for that. So, but other than that, the film is great. I say if you're a kaiju fan, go and see this. If you're a Godzilla fan, go and see this. If you're a Kong fan, go see this. If you're both Godzilla and Kong fan, go see this. If you just want to go a film fan who just wants to see a film and have a good time, go see it. You will enjoy it. So, but until then, people, I'm out, and I say to myself, I'm going to enjoy the rest of the evening. When this gets posted up, it'll probably be later tonight. But till now, just want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my little rant here, my little review on that. And it's more of a rant than anything else in a review. But I feel like watching it, you know, you can tell it's like there's so much in there. I would have to do it with multiple people to really discuss it. And I think that's what has to be done. But if it comes around, it will. And I'm going to do that. And then I really get to really express it more. But until then, y'all have a great day. Take it easy. Like I say, I'm out pretty much. This is Jedi Granville. Y'all know me as Walter Lavelle Ross. Peace out now. Y'all take care. Bye.